Got it fixed. What's up? What's up, everybody? Palmetto Cats. Caleb is thinking, let me see if I can find that again. Caleb is thinking, man, TikTok lives are so much easier. You know what? This is my first time going live on YouTube, so I can't make a verdict yet, but I am definitely curious as to how YouTube is as a platform. What's up, Palmetto Cats? It's a privilege to have you guys here in the chat. We just had several people. Let me go ahead and adjust my light while we got less people in right now. But it is great to have you guys in the chats, that is for sure. Guys, if you are tuning in and you can hear me just fine, give me a thumbs up. What's up, JB? What's up? All right, Nick's over here. Give me a thumbs up. Brent Townsend, yo, what's going on, buddy? Hope you are doing good, my friend. Like I said, guys, this is the first time us playing around with this. So it's definitely interesting to see how this platform is with going live. I can turn my phone horizontal. Okay. I thought this was modeled very much just like TikTok. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. If I'm able to do that, then that kind of changes the game. All right, operation is locked. So I will, on my next feed, I will turn my phone horizontal. I sure will. It says it's locked. I hate to go off live again just to come back on. But guys, what I wanted to do, it's great to see you guys. Dean Hall, hello, how are you doing? Most everybody knows, but just in case, my name is Caleb with Catch the Fever, and just wanted to go over some rod models with you guys and let you guys see what we create, why we created it, and how it serves you as a fisherman. I was just notified that YouTube operates better with it being horizontal. But I'm going to try it like this, and then the next time I'm going to switch it up and go sideways for you guys. I hope it looks okay, being this is how I started out. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with our Big Cat Fever rods, our Big Cat Fever medium power rods. I'm going to go over this rod and explain to you what it does and how it helps you as an angler and what it's made of. All right. So what I've got right here, you see Molly here in the video as well. What I've got right here is our Big Cat Fever rod, medium power. Guys, feel free to share this feed, get it out there, and yeah, she's actually got her toy rod sleeve. Molly's got her very own rod sleeve that she gets to play with, and that's what she's doing. She's photobombing me. Guys, this is the Big Cat Fever medium power rod. Now, let me explain this rod. You see a lot of ads. You see, you know, buy a Big Cat Fever, buy a Hellcat, but a lot of people don't know the differences in the products. So that's what I'm doing here, just to kind of educate you guys on what we've got. The Big Cat Fever medium power rod right here is made of an S-Glass blank. You've got double grade A cork handles, aluminum double locker reel seat, and then a nice long fighting handle here. You might say double grade A cork. So all cork is not created equal. Cork is oftentimes graded by the pore count. When you cut a piece of cork open and you see these big areas where the pores are able to take in a lot of water, that is how fast that cork is going to break down, making it a much, much cheaper cork. The cork that is more fine closed and those holes are really tightened up, that doesn't allow water to get in and break your cork down as fast. This is a great quality cork on this rod for this price point that's going to last a long time on the water. Now, coming up, you've got our stainless steel guides, and one of the biggest things that helps you as an angler is that nice soft tip that's on these rods. That is so critical as a cat fisherman, if you're a cat fisherman watching this, to have that soft tip. Now, the medium power rod, it doesn't take a whole lot of pressure. Howdy, Cody, how are you doing, man? That's Cody from 3+1 Outdoors, good to have you. Now, this medium power rod here, it doesn't take a lot of pressure to pull it down. So that is a medium power. It doesn't take a whole lot of force to be able to bend that rod and get it to where that backbone kicks in, where you can see is right about here. And then you still have plenty of backbone. The medium power was designed for guys that are out there who want a lighter power rod if you're fishing for blue catfish, if you're fishing for channel catfish, and we're always surprised by everybody that sends us stuff and what they're catching with the medium powers. They will absolutely reel in some big fish, but they do have a very light tip. They also like pulling planer boards with these rods. What's going on? How you guys doing? RT, what's up? Good to see you on here, brother. That is the medium power rod, so it is a much lighter action than the medium heavy, and I'm about to show you that now. This does come in a spinning rod as well. So if you like the casting model, you can absolutely get the medium Big Cat Fever rod in spinning as well. All right, let's go to the next one. Let me show you what we got here. That is the foam. And now we've got medium heavy in court. So this is our medium heavy Big Cat Fever rod. This is a bread and butter for our company. It looks very much identical to the medium power rod you just saw. It is made out of S-glass as well, and it's got a little bit of a stiffer backbone that comes in a little bit sooner. It still has a very light, I just made, let me see what that comment was. What was that, RT? I just made a YouTube channel yesterday. Good timing then, my friend, good timing. The medium heavy rod, as I said, guys, it has a backbone that comes in a little bit sooner. So you get a nice tip action, just like on the medium power, a nice tip, but you get a good amount of more backbone. Let me see if I can show you that backbone here. As you can see right there, it's got a nice soft tip. That does not take a lot of pressure to do that right there. Usually you want a piece of carpet, but that way the tip doesn't slide around, but you can see how much backbone comes in. This rod was created 7 years ago by us here because we fished lakes where we were throwing 2 ounces of lead, and then we were also fishing rivers where we had to throw 10 ounces of lead. So if you're an angler who fishes between 1 and 10 ounces, this is a rod that will do it all every single time. Art, what's going on? Hope you guys are doing 1 Ton Fishing Club. Art, good to see you, brother. We are going over the Big Cat Fever rod series and what you need to consider about it, how it helps you, and why it was made. So that is our Big Cat Fever medium heavy. Like I said, if you're throwing between 1 and 10 ounces, this is a great rod. And most of these rods are definitely designed with circle hooks in mind. So these rods are made to load up properly with the circle hook. Back in the day, closing on really almost 8 years ago for our company, there wasn't many rods out there that you could have this right here, that nice soft tip. That was not something you were really able to find. You were able to find it on some of the cheaper models, the $30, $40 rods. They had a nice soft tip to it that allowed you to be able to hook up very well, but didn't have any backbone like the Big Cat Fever rods do to really pull in a big fish or fish heavy current. This right here is what was created because of that, and it's been one of our best-selling rod models all across America, even to this day. That's the Big Cat Fever medium heavy. It also comes in spinning, and it also comes in a foam handle. I might want to mention. I'll show you the foam handle right here. Like I said, also comes in a foam handle. All of our rods come in either cork or foam. Now, this is the Big Cat Fever heavy power rod. The heavy power, just like with the medium going to medium heavy, it has a backbone that comes in even sooner. So the higher the power, the sooner that backbone comes in. It doesn't go as far down in the blank, making the blank more of like a fast action, where it recovers very quickly. It works very well with circle hook steel. You can see here, even with the heavy power, look at that. You see that tip? That is what you want, guys. If you don't really know what you're looking for in a catfish rod, you really don't know what's gonna work well, there's 2 things that you wanna look for right out the gate. One, you want to look for something that's going to give you a nice soft tip. That is going to help you catch more fish. The other thing you want to look for is you want to look for something that's got some backbone down low as well, because that is going to help you be able to pull those big fish in. Now, if you're an angler who doesn't have big fish, then you're better off with a Big Cat Fever medium power, or even some of our medium light trolling rods. Those are great rods that have a super nice tip on them, and they don't have as much extreme backbone, because if you're like me, you'd like to see that rod really load up and work. So let me show you where the backbone comes in on here. As you can tell, it comes in a whole lot higher up in the blank, other than the medium heavy or the medium power. So you get a nice soft tip. Does not take a lot of pressure to do that, but you got backbone from this far down in the blank. Let me grab our extra heavy. That'll be the last Big Cat Fever rod that I go over. Nick is grabbing it for us right there, and I'm going to show you that rod. It's a powerhouse. It's definitely a workhorse, and it's awesome if you're river fishing. Cody, doing great, man. That's awesome. That is awesome. Art, good to hear. Good to hear. How's it going? What's going on? When we testing them? Art, we need to go out there and start using some of these things. This right here is the Big Cat Fever Extra Heavy. A lot of guys might not have heard much about these, just because a lot of times the guys that are using the Extra Heavies, they are guys that are fishing right in the cover, whether it's for those big flatheads or they're out on the Missouri River where there can be a lot of current, the Mississippi River, places like that. I mean, when you get into the Extra Heavy, you've got a rating of 4 to 20 ounces of lead. So this rod right here, steel, we are big with circle hooks. Do not worry if you get a Catch the Fever, a Big Cat Fever, or a Hellcat rod as a cat fisherman. We are going to have a tip that's going to work with a circle hook. The only thing you need to worry about is making sure you've got a rod that's matched for the power for what you're catching and how much lead you're throwing. So you can see right there, even with the extra heavy right there, it's got a nice tip on it. And then you can see it's pretty much just the tip section that works well with those circle hooks that really has that bend. And then you've got backbone almost through the entire rod. So it's really nice. Look at that, guys. You still got that nice tip section, but that backbone starts about right here and goes down all the way through the rod, and there's a lot of power behind these rods. All I run, let me see, let me read these comments right here for you. If y'all have any questions, you let me know. All I run is heavy, just one medium heavy. That's a good deal. The heavies are great. If you like using a medium heavy and wish it had just a little bit more, those heavies are really dialed in. Now, if you're somebody that hasn't put their hands on one of these, the best way to explain it is it's about anywhere between about 12 to 15% more power in each rod as you move up. So a medium power rod, if you do have one of those, you can imagine about a 15% increase in power from the backbone going up to the tip, going to the medium heavy, the extra heavy, so on and so forth. I'm going to show you one more Big Cat Fever rod model, and that is our Big Cat Fever medium light trolling rod. This was designed for planer boards, for anybody who's out there who loves drifting, dragging, and planer board fishing. Let me grab that. Nick's got it right here for me. All right. All right, so what we got right here, oh, let me see what y'all got going on. Need to make them float so you can get T-bone on the lake with you so you don't lose them. Palmetto Cat says, I'm ready to test some turkey. Me as well. I'm super excited for Thanksgiving this year. I'm gonna be testing some turkey out too. Cody from 3+1 Outdoors, he said need to make them float. Absolutely, we do. We'll work on that. We'll definitely work on that. Here is our Big Cat Fever trolling rod. Right now we are sold out of the foam handle, but we do have these in white and black in cork. And what makes the trolling rod so unique, and these rods were designed by Zach Royce, the 2-time North Carolina state record holder, and he is drifting all year. Most of the time, if you follow Zach Royce, you're seeing especially as a cat fisherman. He has the trolling motor down and he is pulling planer boards, slip bobbers. He is drifting, and he wanted to work with us in making a rod that is perfect for that to help you get hung up less. And by his time on the water, and we were going through rod after rod after rod, testing them out, changing the blanks to get it dialed in for where he's seen where he's getting hung up less. That is where the medium light Big Cat Fever rod came into effect. Now, this is definitely a medium light. This is more of a moderate action blank. So the thing about the actions are when it's a moderate, that means the rod bends further down the blank. You can see right here, I mean, compared to those other ones, that backbone comes in about midway of this rod. Instead of the fast actions that came in up here, midway, that rod starts to kick in. And that's what you want. When you're planer board fishing and you turn the boat or that trolling motor kicks in to high gear, or if you're battling waves and that planer board's going against the waves, you want that tip to bow to those waves and to that board when you're pulling those planer boards. And the reason why is if you have a rod that is too stiff and you are pulling a planer board and that tip does not bow to it, then it's going to pop that planer board, it's going to release it, or it's going to cause it to skip. This allows that planer board to really work efficiently. Another thing that this rod will do when you're drifting and dragging, this will not hook set the structure quite as bad, and it'll allow it to work over stuff. Support at Catch Fever is who you contact. Let's see. I use the trolling for walleye, and they are perfect. That's awesome, Brian. Thank you so much for sharing that. Like I said, it's amazing to me how many people use our products for all different things across the country. So another thing we had to do, and I'm going to explain this. A lot of people said, does it have the indestructible tip? Yes. As you can see, you do that with mini rods, and it's going to break. It's going to snap. There is a reason we did that. That is not for marketing. That is not just to say, hey, check this out, buy this, or we'll get comments where they're like, that rod ain't got no backbone. I wouldn't fish with a rod that had a limber tip like that. The reason why we wanted to do an indestructible tip is because to make these tips so sensitive and to make these rods have the action they are, we had to use a lot less material going up to the tip. So when you're using less material, it's more prone to damage, blank bruising, and it can allow it to snap off. And in the event, we didn't want to do that, so we designed specialized tips to put on these. So in the case of a high stick, which we all tell you you don't want to do, these rods would be just fine. So that indestructible tip is to allow you to have that sensitivity to work those planer boards and pull those baits over structure, whether you're catfishing or walleye fishing, without breaking. So that is the purpose of that. But again, that is the Big Cat Fever trolling rod. Is rated from 1 to 6 ounces. So just wanted to take a few minutes to go over the Big Cat Fever lineup and tell you a little bit about what it's made of, what it does, the powers and the actions, and how it can help you on the water. I feel like too many times we get caught up on, this is what I use here, use it, and I want to make sure we're always there to slow down and explain to you why we make things the way we do and how it's going to help you as an angler, because there's more to it than just a great filling rod in your hand. So hope you enjoyed that. It was great seeing everybody here. I'll be going live again, talking about the Hellcats, talking about the crappie rods and all that good stuff. Good news, it just came in before I came back live. If you are somebody that uses the Hellcat rods, those will be back in stock coming up on Monday. You will be able to order Hellcats again on Monday. That is super exciting. They will actually be here at the headquarters. Oh, look at that. I got the Big Cat Fever banner behind me. Guys, look at that. I'm terrible. I'm over here talking about Big Cat Fever rods. We got this big banner I could have used. Man, y'all forgive me. But anyway, we just found out we'll have the Hellcat rods back in stock starting Monday. And many people are going to be asking us, they're going to say, what's going on with the Patriot Hellcats? I pre-ordered one. Where is it? The Patriot Hellcats were supposed to arrive with the other Hellcat rods that are coming in tomorrow. They got caught up at the shipping. They're here. We're just waiting for them to be released to come to us, so hold tight. They were able to move these Hellcat rods to us. The Patriots got left behind, and if you want to know why the Patriots got left behind, there is an answer. And the answer is, those are the rods we all wanted to come first. If we didn't want those rods to come first, we would have gotten them. We would have got them first. But being that everybody is anticipating the Patriot rods, Hellcats, those are the ones that got stuck and wasn't put on the truck. So will you have a Black Friday sale? Yes, we will be having a Black Friday sale as well. We will be announcing that on the 22nd. So be ready. We will be announcing on the 22nd, and I'm not saying it's going to be on Black Friday day. I'm not going to say it's going to be after or before. Be glued to our social media pages on the 22nd. Make sure you're registered on our email, because we're going to have deals bigger than we ever have as a brand. If you know Catch the Fever, we do not do discounts throughout the year. And this is the only time we do a discount on our products. We take a lot of pride and integrity with designing these products and employing great people, giving a lot of money away to charities, through veterans events, through our tournament organizations, bonus prizes. In order to do that, we sell our products for what they are. They're great products. We take pride in them. And the only time you'll find us doing a discount here this year is through our Black Friday sale. So if you want to save some money, that is going to be the event you're going to be looking for. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I don't care if there's one viewer on here or if there's 1,100. It's always a pleasure to come on here and talk with you guys. Palmetto, thank you guys so much for coming in. All you guys, I really appreciate it. If y'all have any questions, please let us know. Give us a call on our customer support line. Email us, and we'll be happy to help you. Hope y'all have a great day, and we'll catch you.